Hey guys, just gonna do a really quick recipe here. I just got done making a bunch of stock. Let's see, I got 4 quarts of stock. Pretty good. Out of one chicken that I roasted earlier this week, or a couple days ago. And it just reminded me of the last video that I made. I needed to use just like a dash of stock. So now I don't have to use this store-bought stock anymore because I have a bunch, but I need to throw this stuff out real quick. But also I spent all day cleaning my house, so I just went the quick route and I used my Instant Pot to make my stock, which I don't know, I haven't done side by side. I actually haven't made chicken stock in this before, but I have made turkey stock in it, and that stock was wonderful. So it does a pretty good job. Like, it's very wonderful color, very rich. Anyway, so I was trying to figure out, all right, what are ways that I can use up this chicken stock that I bought from the store? And one of the websites that I looked at, or one of the main ones that came up when I was Googling, was egg drop soup. So I can't recall. Does this use one? Yeah, this uses 1 cup. Okay. So I'm gonna make that because I have everything. It really doesn't require much. Basically, you need chicken stock, you need some sort of starch. I'm using cornstarch. You could probably forego the starch and it'd be all right. Or you could maybe even use flour. I don't know. Try it out. But if you have stored cornstarch, use that, because that's what I'm using. And let's see how much of this stock we have left. There's like just a tiny bit left over, so we're just gonna use it all, because this stock is probably not gonna be good after today anyway. I don't know how, let's see. Recyclable cartons. I don't know if this is actually recyclable in my area. I don't know if there's some sort of lining in there. I don't know. I'll look into it. Look at that later. For now, let's get this chicken stock. I could use my brand new homemade chicken stock and it would probably be delicious, but that defeats the purpose of this video, which was finding a reason to use up the rest of that stock. So I made a my mind is so all over the place. I made this the other night and it was pretty good. It's definitely not, I mean, it's nothing amazing, but it's a good way to use some chicken stock if you don't want to make a whole dinner. It doesn't take long to do. And it tastes pretty good. Relatively filling for basically only being stock and egg. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring it up to a simmer, and then we're going to add the teaspoon of cornstarch. I'm actually gonna go with a half teaspoon because I'm gonna put the other half in with the egg. And I did just buy some green onions, so we can use them. I am gonna have to, I don't think I need this. Soy sauce, sesame oil. Huh. Do I have sesame oil? Yes, I do. I'll just add a little dash of that, I guess. Can't hurt. And then I'm actually going to add the soy sauce at the end to top it. All right, I got to move these stalks out of the way. I'm just letting them cool down right now, which is why they're all sitting out before I throw them in the freezer. I've kind of used all of the Tupperware, my most commonly used sizes of Tupperware, so honestly, I'm kind of debating whether I should just put them in the fridge, go get some of those like restaurant style plastic things to hold, you know, like a quart of something, and, you know, get at least 4 of those. Probably be a lot more effective. Probably only need 1 of these, honestly. Don't need to go crazy with the scallions. I mean, these scallions will probably go bad before I can use them all anyway, as usually is the case, but ever since I started using the correct drawer in my fridge, they've actually been lasting longer. I was using the bottom drawer, and apparently that is not for fruits and veg. So, wash this off, I suppose, since we're not cooking it. A lot of times I won't even wash stuff off if I'm just throwing it in something that's gonna get cooked real good, unless it's like visibly dirty. Oops. But that's mostly just me being lazy. Get this tips off. All right. Start cutting away. All right, that's good. Usually I don't use the whites unless I'm cooking them in something. That didn't get cooked all the way. All right, I can hear the, oh, it's boiling. We did not need it to boil, so we're gonna take that off the heat for a minute and get a 1/4 cup of this. Doesn't have to be really exact, because basically what we're doing is just mixing it into a little slurry with the cornstarch. Honestly, I don't really need that measuring unit. I can use, that's about half. Is this good to go? Back on. All right. And then we'll just mix it in. And we're gonna let this go for about a minute. It's 10 o'clock now. Oops. 10 o'clock now. So, all right, it just turned 10:01. 10:02. But while that's going, we're gonna get one of these beautiful eggs and get it ready. Which basically we're just mixing it in with the cornstarch. Hot tip, spoon, not the best utensil to beat an egg. Need to turn this back up. Because I'm gonna dip it in this powder. Again, it's about half a teaspoon, more or less. And sometimes the cornstarch doesn't really, when you're mixing it with an egg, it doesn't dissolve as well as it does when you're doing it with water. But that's pretty good. We'll whisk. Hopefully those clumps whisk out. They did last time. Another recipe I was just looking at says you can use yellow food coloring. So if you want to make it look a little more yellow. Surprise, surprise, that's how you can do it. All right. Probably just get that back down to low. And then, excuse me while I put some dishes away. I love making stock because it's just so easy. You just throw a bunch of shit in a pot. Add heat. In my case, pressure. It always used to sound so intimidating to me. But it really shouldn't be. That's enough. Probably could have taken that off, but it's okay. Just do a little cleanup. I like to clean up before I eat, if possible, just because it's a little easier. Cornstarch away. Didn't need these. So yeah, otherwise, vlog-wise, didn't really do a whole lot today. Basically made this stock. Spent most of the day cleaning, so now my house is clean. It feels nice, as it usually does. But other than that, my cousin is renting a, there's a bar/arcade in town, and with COVID, we haven't been going because of COVID. I'm gonna put about half this in now. But you can rent it out for like 2 hours, so we're doing that tomorrow night. So that'll be fun. Haven't really gotten to go out and do much lately. So, we'll throw that in a bowl. Get the rest of this stuff put away. And the last ingredient is gonna be some soy sauce. I'm using tamari because it just tastes a lot better. But any soy sauce will do. I'm gonna give it a little drizzle and mix it in just because I like my soy sauce. And then just a little drizzle for topping. That'll do. And last but not least, get a little topping. And look at that, cleaner than when we started. All right, time for the old taste test, which I realized I did not do on my last video. What did I make in my last video? Chicken breasts. They were very good, but I can't remember if I oversalted something. I can't remember if that's what it was. No, it wasn't that. Those chicken breasts were amazing. That sauce was awesome. It's pretty good. I mean, it's egg drop soup. It's not the most exciting soup. I think my spoon is coated in cornstarch. But I tell you what, it's a good use of some extra chicken stock or chicken broth, you know. More or less interchangeable. So yeah. Let me know if you try this recipe out, and if you do, tell me how it went. Tell me how it tastes. I've never really been a big egg drop soup. Like when I was younger, if they brought me egg drop soup at like a restaurant or something, I would just not eat it. Because I was like, I don't know what that is. That sounds awful. And it probably because it had green onions in it. But now I will happily consume egg drop soup. But it's never something where I'm like, oh yes, egg drop soup. It's just something where I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll eat it. And it's not bad. It's just, it's not the most amazing thing. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.